I thought I'd do a video on accent work and just the steps of getting there and getting the accent that you want and achieving it. And you can do this with any accent. It's not like restricted to one accent. And what I find is that like if you get one accent down, then the rest of the accents are really easy. I just want to clear a few things up before we get into it. Right, so I went to drama school, and one of the things about going to drama school is they talk about consonants and vowel sounds and phonetics, melodies and rhythms and stress and grammar. I think that just like overcomplicates the whole thing, you know. And I think the main thing really is training your ear and then training the muscles in your mouth to speak in that accent. And it's as simple as that. Like, don't overcomplicate it any more than it has to. Because if you get bogged down on like, you know, like fucking vowel sounds and consonant sounds, you know, you're just going to get carried away with that and avoid what you should actually be doing is just focusing on a piece of text. You know, I'm going to use the rainbow passage today and to go over that time and time again. I would suggest you can learn an accent in a month. Anyone of like pretty much any experience, if it's just repeated again and again. I think the key to that is that you record yourself in the accent doing a piece of text. That's really good. I suggest the rainbow passage, and I'll put a link to that below. Read over it, record it on your phone if you have a phone. Everyone has a phone. Or record it on your laptop. Listen to it back. Hear where you've gone wrong in the accent, and then record yourself again, and then go over it again and try to hear where you've gone wrong. You know, when you start an accent, you're not going to know where you're going wrong. You know, you're not going to know that, oh, I'm coming off the accent there. You won't be able to hear it. You'll gradually start to hear the mistakes more. Literally 20 minutes a day, going over the text, where you went wrong, then listening to a piece of text in an RP accent, and just repeating that for a month straight. I'm pretty sure you'll have that accent down because you've trained your ear in it and you've trained your mouth in it. And I think that's the most direct way to learn an accent. I'm just gonna go over this rainbow passage and just show you the type of notes that I've taken. So here we have the rainbow passage. As you can see, I've made marks for myself all over the sheet, and I've just used this sheet. This is the only sheet that I'm using. So I come back to it every day and I reread it again. And then I see where the marks that I've made or the changing of spellings that I've made. So in my Irish accent, all the vowel sounds turn to a U. Now that's not that important. It's more important that you listen to yourself overall. So I'm just going to read a bit of the text here in my own accent, and then I'm going to try, and this is what I do, try to slide into the accent slowly. So there's obviously a warming up process to doing any accent. But when you first start with an accent, even if you're good at it, it'll take you a 2 or 3, 4 minute time to warm up into that accent. And then after a while, you get proficient at it where you don't really have to warm up into it at all. So I'll read it in my own Irish accent. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. Okay, now I'll try British. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. So that was pretty good. Now, I didn't warm up into the English accent for this video, so I'm just going straight into it. And I'm listening to myself as I speak the words, and I'm feeling the position in my mouth, which are the two most important things. So that sounded pretty good to me from a non-warmed up place. And as you see, I have the marks here written down, reminding me the emphasis of where I have to fit the RP. So I'll just go for another sentence. This might be helpful. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. So that was my Irish accent, and now I'm going to do British accent. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colors. I'd recommend that you go sentence by sentence, record the sentence in your own accent, then record it in an English accent, and then listen to it back. And then eventually, after a few days, do the whole text and then listen to the whole text back and see if you're consistent throughout. Pretty much it. What did I say in my notes? Record, listen, repeat. That's any accent, people. Don't get bogged down by the complicated stuff. So I'll just go for a bigger portion of the text in my own accent. just one more time, and then I'll do the British accent. So where will I start? I'll just go over the top again. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. The rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colours. These take the shape of a long round arch, with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. Okay, now in the RP accent, in the British accent. When the sunlight strikes raindrops in the air, they act as a prism and form a rainbow. Rainbow is a division of white light into many beautiful colours. These take the shape of a long round arch, with its path high above, and its two ends apparently beyond the horizon. There's, according to legend, a boiling pot at one end. I just want to make one more last point about the accents, and I think this is the most important part about getting your accent down, especially when it comes to performance or what have you. Try to sound in your own voice as much as possible, because that's the most interesting. And even if you slip out of the accent, that won't really matter, because if you're in the performance, then people will let that slide that you go out of the accent, rather than you dedicating so much effort to getting that accent right. So hopefully that was helpful, and I will see you soon.